And this is looks exactly the same as it used to look. It hasn't changed at all. Again, what is really new is that behind the scenes business we were just looking at, where you can pre-flights, and you can set up the parameters, and this information that's over here right in the links panel. You see, when we go to the packaging, here is the same information. The summary, it tells me no RGBs. I don't see any yellow or red warning signs. You can go and check your fonts. If there's a problem with a font, it would say there is a problem, or in this case, for using fonts, because these also need to be collected and go to the print shop, you only, for professional output, want to use PostScript fonts and or open fonts. So if this really was a file of mine, I would go, oh, I don't want a true type font, and so I would select it. It says it's okay, but I don't want true type fonts in my print documents, and I will go here and say find another font. Okay, and so you can select it and go find a different font, and then you would say change all right here, and then you would say done. And you could, if you had several problems, like here there are two true type fonts, I would definitely as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and I'll do it. We're going to replace it with Minion, and I'll say change all. Okay, and then same thing, there's another font here, and let's just say for the heck of it, okay, we're going to change that to Minion, change all. You see, it changed them, and now I'm done. And so the font problems are taken care of. Then again, we go to this links information, and here again is exactly what we were looking at earlier in the links dialog box, but here the file format, the color mode, and again the original or actual resolution and the final or effective resolution of each image. Generally that's what you're primarily concerned about, is the fonts and the link images. Generally you don't have to pay too much attention to these others unless there is something specifically that you need to address. So the links images, the fonts, we've already checked all that information out in the links dialog box and in the pre-flighting. Okay, so you would now say, okay, everything's copacetic. Let's go ahead and package it, and click that, and it says you got to save it. Okay, we'll save it, and then it says where do you want it to go? Where do you want to put it? Now what's going to happen, this is very, very important if you're not familiar with this process. What it does is this is going to make a copy of the InDesign document, a copy of every single properly linked image, and also, and put them in a folder called links, and a folder with all of the properly used fonts, all the fonts that say that they're okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and just go to my desktop here, and I'll say save, and of course we can name it whatever we want, and then I'll say save. Okay, there's an information sheet that you can ignore, but it's a good place if you need to put some information. If you don't have a business card, rather than scribbling it on a piece of paper, you can put that information here, or special instructions to the printer. The printing people, they really like this stuff. So, and then at any rate, I say continue. Okay, it's going to put it all together in a folder, and again, what do I want to name it? And this is what's so incredibly important. The default is set up this way. Do I want to copy the fonts? Yes, I do. Do I want to copy all the linked graphic images? Yes, I do. And then do I want the graphic links to be updated in the package? Yes. So you generally always want, at the minimum, these first three things check marked. And there are a few others as well. Okay? And of course, where do we want to put it? I'm going to put it on the desktop, and I say package it. It gives me a little warning sign. You're not supposed to make bunches of copies of fonts. It's okay to make a copy to go to the print shop, but pretty much that's it. So you just again say okay. Now boom, 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 there it is. And if in fact we now go and look, all of my original stuff is where I left it. Okay. But now I have a folder, a new folder, and here you go. All the fonts are in a little folder. Here's that little instruction sheet. Here's the linked images. There they are. And the InDesign document itself. So right now we have what I call, always tell my students, 4 elements. And then the last thing you generally want to do for the real world is make a PDF and put that in the folder. And so I would end up with 5 elements in my packaged folder. So now I'm just going to go back to the InDesign document. Okay, and I'm going to say go back up under File, and I'm going to go, either I can go to export it, or I generally just go first to the which kind of PDF do I want. And typically press quality for a high resolution, biggest file. And I say press quality. Where do I want to put it? I want to put it in the folder with all of the other stuff. I say save it. Again, it gives me the specific elements of the PDF. I'm not going to mess with anything here. I just say go ahead and make it or export it. This simply tells me that I've got a text box someplace that appears to have some hidden text. The box is closed up, and that may or may not be. It may just be a space, but that's what this is. And you should always check it. It tells me what page it's on in case a text box is closed and some of the text is missing. So this is important. I'm going to ignore it for the moment and just say OK. And then I'll quit my file. And in this case, I'm not going to save it. And here is my folder. And this folder is ready to go to the printing company. And it has everything in it that I want to have. And again, 5 elements. And now I would, of course, put this folder on a CD or on a jump drive without a bunch of other junk on it, and take it to the printing company. Obviously, a lot of printing companies, and if you have high speed, we can do FTP now, and you can send it electronically. But this could be a really big set of files, and that may not always be the thing that's the most reliable. So anyway, here you are, and that's the packaging process. Those are the basic steps. The image prep video would also be an important thing to look at in conjunction with this as well. So thanks a lot. Packaging in InDesign, and the Rick Rice 1 channel keeps on chugging along, and look for some more things. Thanks very much. Have a great day.